Well, good evening. It's Saturday night again, and I've got something really extra special here for you and for me. It is this. It is the Liquormen's Old Dirty Canadian Whiskey. And Canadian Whiskey Canadien, 750 milliliters, 40% alcohol by volume. Sounds pretty standard right there. Now, what does it say on the back here? This is maybe the most important part. It says here, if you were riding stagecoach through the Old West in the late 1800s, marketing, here we go. There was a feared group of bandits that you did not want to meet. Ruthless in their robbing and thieving, these bandits weren't after your gold or your jewels. They were only interested in acquiring one thing, your liquor. Word spread quickly about the Liquormen. This is their legend and this is their whiskey. It says the same thing in French. And it also says official spirit, Trailer Park Boys. And it also says swearnet, swearnet.com. So, whatever that is. So, bottled in 4 Dartmouth Spirits, Nova Scotia. Okay. Bottled 4. So this is a non-distillery statement whiskey. It's also a non-age statement whiskey. And what did it cost me here? It cost me $40 with all taxes included. Without the taxes, it was $34.69. They've got that all figured out, don't they? $40. Well, with such a high class whiskey, what could you say? You know, it's got to be charged a premium price. I mean, I can get whiskey for $22. With the tax, 26 or 7, something like that. Now, how does this one open? Is it classy and does it have a cork? Well, it has a pull tab of some kind. A little white pull tab and... okay, it stops right there. How nice. Maybe I pulled it the wrong way. Maybe I paid my $40 for the privilege of having a difficult to open top. Oh, come on. Okay, I got something now. Something is peeling apart. I don't know if it was meant to go that way or not. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, got that off of there. Sorta. Now it looks like a metal cap. I was right. It is a metal cap. Okay. Trailer Park Boys. Got a clean glass even. So it makes the right kind of noise when you pour it. So it's got the 3 banditos on the front there. Old Dirty Canadian Whiskey. Alright. So it doesn't say who made this, but it's Canadian, so who could it be? Oh. I was getting a bit of a sour note there in the air. I can tell right away there's some corn in it. Might be 100% corn. Maybe a bit of rye. Don't know. Doesn't say how long it was aged. That sour note could be from ex-bourbon barrels. It's not unlike a weaker version of '90, the Highwood 90. It's got your classic Canadian whiskey, gentle, mild, corn, ex-bourbon barrel aged kind of note to it. Not fruity, it's grainy from the corn. not very complex. But this might be pleasant after all, because, as you know, the 90, the 5-year-old 90 is one of my favorites. And it's not expensive, and it's straight goods. It's actually cheaper than this. So what you're paying for is the Trailer Park Boys name and the legend of the three banditos who are trying to steal your liquor when you're riding a stagecoach. Am I getting anything besides corn? Alright, let me just cleanse my palate a little. This is a clean glass too. Okay. Corn. There is a bit of sweetness too. The sweetness could be coming from ex-bourbon barrels, or maybe there is a bit of rye in there too. There might be up to 10% rye. Too bad it doesn't say so on the label. It just says they put more emphasis on the three banditos than what's in the yeah, a lot of corn. There is a bit of an alcohol, not really a sting, but it's there. Kind of like the same effect that ethanol gives your gasoline. It's the same ethanol effect here in the whiskey, if that makes any sense. Okay, well, now that we've done a bunch of nosing and found one or two little dimensions to it, let's see what happens on the tongue, on the oh, excuse me a second. My amplifier was turned off so that I can't hear myself when I go on the playback, but this should be recording no problem. Okay, took care of that little minor detail. Like I said, I need a crew to take care of things for me and set things up. Okay, we're going to taste this, right? Okay, here goes. Typical Canadian whiskey. It's definitely young. If you put an age statement on there, it would be maybe 3 or 4. 5 if you're lucky. It's got rough edges to it. The color could be artificial too. It's like a light amber. Good little mouthwash, and you don't have to spit it out. Well, I'm getting a tingling, probably from the rough edges of youth. Not much flavor from the barrels. Tiny little bit. From what I gather, it's a corn whiskey with a little bit of rye in it, perhaps. It's very young. It's got a lot of rough edges. It's not all that smooth. It's tingling all over my mouth. And as far as flavor goes, As far as flavor goes, there's really not that much except some rough edges and a somewhat bitterness on the aftertaste. It'd be okay to mix this. Mix it with something that tastes good. To give that something that tastes good a little bit of alcohol punch. But as far as it goes, it's not really, it's really not a great whiskey. It's all marketing. It's all the name. It's all Trailer Park Boys. And yeah, that's about it. I can get much better whiskey for cheaper. And I would only recommend buying this if you're collecting things like this. Over-marketed crap. I'm sorry, but folks, this is not a satisfying dram at all. Put it in a barrel for 5 more years, and then you might have something. Yeah, this could do with some more aging. You know what this could be? This could be the same stuff they use and add a lot of cinnamon flavor to it, and then you'll get the what's the name of that stuff? What is it? Fireball. Yeah, that's it. This is like Fireball without the cinnamon. Nothing special. Anyways, hopefully the next thing I taste will be much better. To your health, if you could call it that.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.